Senate, visiting registrar and legislature. These only 2 roles for Senate members. Can we write the national anthem, please?
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians home and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag
State Assembly, Your Highness, members of the Governing Council, members of Senate, my lords, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Section 6 of the Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology Act 2008 as amended empowers the university to grant degrees as to award medals. It also provides that the Chancellor shall, in relation to the university, take precedence over all other members of the university, and when he is present, preside at all meetings of convocation for the conferment of degrees. In his absence, however, the Vice Chancellor will preside. I therefore humbly call on the Vice Chancellor, Professor Temi Ologun-Orisha, to consider this assembly as a convocation for the conferment of first degrees, postgraduate diploma, and higher degrees.
I hereby constitute this assembly as a convocation of the Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology for the purpose of conferment of first degree, postgraduate diplomas, and higher degrees.
I now invite the Vice Chancellor to present the visitor.
Your Excellencies, the Chancellor, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, I hereby present to you the visitor of Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology, His Excellency Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, the Executive Governor of Ondo State.
I will now call on the visiting Vice Chancellors to present their goodwill messages. Goodwill messages from visiting Vice Chancellors. I now invite the Vice Chancellor to deliver his address.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ondo State, and the visitor to Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology, Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa. the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, the principal officers of the university, and other members of council, visiting vice chancellors, your majesties, my lord spiritual and temporal, the representative of the National University Commission, the executive secretary of 9th Fund, the commanding officer of the Nigerian Navy, the commanding officer of the Nigerian Army 19th Battalion, Okitipukwa, heads of all paramilitary agencies, the distinguished convocation lecturer, deans of schools, director of centers, heads of departments, members of senate and congregations, the university community, distinguished guests, my dear graduates, parents, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I also want to use this opportunity to also welcome the head of service, who was the first registrar of this university. You're welcome, sir. I'm sure people don't know. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our dear university, Oaustech 9th University of Science and Technology. I humbly welcome our visitor to the university, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ondo State, Dr. Orimison Aidatiwa, who is ably represented today by the Chief of Staff. I want to congratulate you on the occasion of your 1 year in office and for the remarkable achievement you have recorded during this period. Today's convocation is very unique. Unique on two grounds. On one leg, I want to appreciate God for bringing us this far. This is the last convocation I'm going to preside as the fourth substantive vice chancellor of this great university. It's also unique because we have broken new grounds again. We are producing the first PhD of this university, and it's PhD mathematics. The major highlight of this convocation, the visitor, and our distinguished guests, is that we are convocating 1,452 graduates, of which we have 50 first class, 594 second class upper, 691 second class lower, and 115 in the third class category. We are also producing 23 masters, 4 postgraduate diploma, and like I've said, 1 PhD, and it's PhD mathematics, complex analysis. In the last 4 years, as a university, we have made a lot of remarkable achievements. And of course, what separates universities from other learning institutions is not just about teaching, it's about research. And in this university, we're not doing badly. Some of our staff, academic staff, where is the sheet? Where is Solomon? Bring that. We have some of our professors who have been rated among the top 2 scientists in the world. The visitor, sir, it is my pleasure to also tell you that this university has recorded a number of patents. We have also moved beyond of patents to the level of commercialization. So I want to present to you one of the products which one of our professors produced in this university. It's called Fix It. What is the function of Fix It? It's an herbal. This medicine is used to solve cardiovascular problems, high blood pressure, and so many other issues. And apart from that, it also helps men to put smile on the faces of their wives in the other room. So I want to present to you the visitor, Fix It. It's a capsule, 1 capsule per day. This capsule has been tested by our traditional rulers. It has been tested even by TED Fund. TED Fund is supporting it. It has been tested by different people in the society. It's also used by, it can also be used by women, but the better performance is by men. You must not live without taking one. It helps in solving high blood pressure, and in fact, 81-year-old man who suffers partial stroke after taking it for 2 weeks got well. The visitors and distinguished audience, I also want to report that when I joined this university as a vice chancellor, the first substantive vice chancellor, in February 2022, we had 3 faculties, and we had 5,000 students, maybe about 5,000 students. But today I'm glad to report that the number of faculties has increased from 3 to 7. And the number of student population here has increased from about 5,000 to 12,000. And in the last 1 year, we got new programs on board. And these programs are all tailored along the blue economy, which is the new economy in the world, which has to do with the development of the ocean and the coastline. So we have new programs we have just started. We call it, one is marine science, meteorology, and climate science, and then cyber security in the School of Computing. Apart from that, all our programs in this university are fully accredited. And I want to thank the visitor for releasing 40 million to the university in the last accreditation exercise. And also to thank the Honorable Commissioner for Science and Technology, Professor Igbekele Ajibefun, who also facilitated the release of this fund. Thank you, our Commissioner. And also in the area of infrastructural development, we have so many TED Fund projects which are ongoing. And today, we are going to commission, His Excellency is going to commission the first private hostel in this university. It was built and donated to the university by Owotuga Foundation. The representative of the foundation is here, Dr. Elawole, on behalf of that family, the former special advisor on education. Dr. Elawole, you are welcome. And Owotuga Foundation has also donated, before now, 300 capacity lecture theater to the university. This university is not doing badly in terms of international linkages because no university has all the resources to conduct research. So we have a number of collaborations with University of Capina in Brazil, University of Missouri in the US, University of Morgan State University. We also have the Caribbean Maritime University. In fact, the guest lecturer for this year's convocation is the president of the Caribbean Maritime University, heavily represented by Professor Ajaguna, who is the deputy president of that university. Professor Ajaguna, please stand up for recognition. He came from Jamaica, and he's one of our own. He's an illustrious son of Nigeria, of Ondo State, from Ikare Akoko, and is currently the deputy vice chancellor and even former vice chancellor in that university. They call it president in the American system. In terms of staff welfare and benefits, The visitors, sir, without sounding immodest, without singing my own song, I want to say, without fear of contradiction, that this university is the best, most well-managed university in the state. We are not owing any staff. We pay salary every 25th of the month. Some universities in the state, they are on voicemail. They can't pay December. They can't even pay January. We have paid staff who retired in this university who were never paid before now. We paid them. Staff who died in the course of their job. Please, we need student hostel. Like I've said, this university is not residential. We have 12,000 students. Our students, they struggle, they live in the communities around us. We have abandoned NDDC hostel in the last 10 years. As you are entering the gate, from the gate to your left-hand side, there are a lot of abandoned buildings. Student hostel, including Oaustech. Oaustech, this university is in the mandate zone of the Oaustech. There's no reason why they should abandon us. The visitors, sir, we also have an ongoing road project on this campus. But there's a particular road project. It's almost 80% near completion. Just to put asphalt, the contractor has not returned to site. The visitors, sir, we want you to bring the contractor, help us bring the contractor back to site so that this road project can be completed. Before I round up, let me talk to our graduates. To our graduating students, I urge you to continue your journey of learning and discovery, to remain curious and open-minded, and to embrace new challenges with enthusiasm and determination. The education you have received in Oaustech has equipped you not only with knowledge and skills, but also with the values of excellence, integrity, and service. As you embark on your future endeavors, remember that the world needs your creativity. The world needs your passion. The world needs your vision to create a better tomorrow for all. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Your achievement fills us with pride. We have no doubt that you will go out to achieve great things in your respective fields. As you step into the world, remember that the future belongs only to those who dare to dream and to act on their dreams. Be ambassador, be good ambassador of Oaustech. Be agent of positive change. Be the leaders that our nations and the world need. Thank you for your hard work, your commitment, and your passion. Your journey has just begun, and we eagerly anticipate the greater things you will accomplish as you step into the outside world. Congratulations once again, and may you continue to shine brightly wherever life takes you. I can hear you say amen. Appreciation and conclusion. In conclusion, I would like to express my appreciation to the entire Oaustech community for their commitment to academic excellence, innovation, and community. I'm confident that we continue to thrive and make meaningful contribution to the development of our nation. Finally, I wish to express my gratitude to the Pro-Chancellor and the Chairman of the Governing Council, Professor Akimbo Adesomoju, and other distinguished members of the University Council, the visitor to the Executive Governor of Ondo State, His Excellency Dr. Rimiso Ayedatiwa, for all his support for our university. Thank you for listening attentively.
The Vice Chancellor, I now call upon the Dean of the School of Science to present the candidates who have satisfied the requirements of the status and the regulation of Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology, and who have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, to be admitted into the first degree of the university. The Dean, School of Science.
The Vice Chancellor, sir. All candidates for the awards of degrees in the schools of science for the 2024-25 academic session should stand and remain standing. The Vice Chancellor, sir. In the name of School of Science and by the authority of Senate, I have the honor to present to you these persons who have successfully completed their degree programs in this university, those present and those who for good are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, who have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, for the conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Science and the degree of Bachelor of Technology in botany, microbiology, zoology, biochemistry, industrial chemistry, mathematics, statistics, and physics. And to recognize in particular the following first-class graduates: Temidayo Ajayi Agbara, Boluwatife Precious Ogudipe, Faithful Damilola Agbaje Àánú Olúwapọ̀ Esther Olúwapùnmi. Favour ẹ̀rí ìyanu Jésù díyà. Ngozi Bóatifẹ́ Ẹ̀mọ́dì. Novisat Adéọlá Adégbóyèga. House Ọ̀pẹ́yẹ. Waheed Abimbola Oyelade.
Please, all the first class should rise up for handshake with the governor. All the first class.
Daniel Adékúnlé Májàsán. Christopher Abẹ́fẹ́ Adédèjì. Tìmílẹ́yìn Endurance Ọlátòkùnbọ̀. Aisha Olúwabùsùn Rahim. Abimbola Grace. Deborah Bánkẹ́ Adéfioyè. Kafayat Olúwadámilọ́lá Bello. Ọmọtẹ́rẹ́ Olúwagbémilékè Dasho. Emmanuel Shinamelu Nwozu.
I hereby confer upon all the graduates the Bachelors of Science, Bachelors of Technology in the various courses of the School of Science of Olusegun Agago University of Science and Technology. The first class graduates can come over here. Maybe you can file in a single file, have a handshake with the visitor and with the Vice Chancellor. You have to move fast. You can go.
Suicide is never an option. Brother mi mọ̀ para rẹ̀. Ọba tó dára bí eléwé ló dára bí aláṣọ. Tó bá wá ṣèlú ni wọ́n ní. Màdúró dà sípò Ọlọ́run kó kí ló dòwe lọ́wọ́. Tó fi jó lẹ̀ tó gbọ́gbọ́. Láìfù náà jẹ́jẹ́, brother make you take them softly. Even if you lose a good sum of money. No matter the weather, brother, aim and try for better medicine. If you believe, you know the faith. Stand up to your feet and stand on to your living. Believe and do the best. Only Jaffy do the rest. Believe in us. Believe in the USA. Kulu, kulu, brother. Kulu, kulu, kulu.
Vice Chancellor, I now call upon the Dean of the School of Agriculture, Food and Natural Resources to present the candidates who have satisfied the requirements of the statutes and the regulation of the Olusegun Agago University of Science and Technology, and who have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, to be admitted into the first degree of the university. The Dean.
All candidates for the award or degree in the School of Agriculture, Food and Natural Resources for 2024-2025 academic session should stand and remain standing. The Vice Chancellor, sir, in the name of the School of Agriculture, Food and Natural Resources, and by the authority of Senate, I have the honor to present to you these persons who have successfully completed their degree programs in this university. Those present and those who, for good cause, are unavoidably absent, and for whom I stand proxy to have been found worthy, both in character and learning, for the conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Agric in Agronomics and Extension, Animal Production and Health, Crop Soils and Pest Management, Bachelor of Fisheries and Agricultural Technology, Bachelor of Forensic Wildlife and Environmental Management, and Bachelor of Science in Food Science and Technology. and to recognize in particular the following first class graduates: Olumide Funmilayo Ayeni, Olatunrewaju Olatunji, Emmanuel Ayomide Popoola, Janet Asafe, Ibukun Abisola Omatola, and Ayobami Samuel Moses. Please, let's come out, those first class that are called.
Fast, move fast.
I hereby confer upon you the Bachelors of Agriculture, Bachelors of Technology, and Bachelors of Science of the various courses in the School of Agriculture, Food, and Natural Resources of this great university. The first class graduates, we may not be able to have handshake with the visitor because you can see the weather. We have to move fast. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. Thank you. Congratulations.
Vice Chancellor, sir. Dean School of Engineering and Engineering Technology to present the candidates who have satisfied the requirement of the status and the regulations of the University of Science and Technology and who have been found worthy both in character and in learning to be admitted to the first degree of the university.
All candidates for the award of degrees in the School of Engineering and Engineering Technology for the 2024-2025 academic session should stand and remain standing. The Vice Chancellor, sir, in the name of the School of Engineering and Engineering Technology and by the authority of Senate, I have the honor to present to you these persons who have successfully completed their degree programs
meeting, and by the authority of Senate, I have the honor to present to you these persons who have successfully completed their degree programs in this university. Those present and those who for good cause are unavoidably as absent, and for whom I stand prosy, who have been found worthy both in character and in learning for the conferment of the degree of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science, and to recognize in particular the following first-class graduates. BSc Computer Science, Dominion Oyindamola Akinrotimi, Emmanuel Oluwasegun Amosu, Oluwatoyin Praise Ọlọ́run Tọ́ba, Emmanuel Boluwatife Sodipo, Oluwafunmilayo Esther Siji Jimi, BTech Computer Science, Precious Olúbùnmi Adéjùmọ̀lá, Àbíbá Ọmọwùnmi Lásìsì.
I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science and Bachelors of Technology in Computer Science of Olusegun Agaju University of Science and Technology. Congratulations to first-class graduates. Take a
I now call upon the Dean of the School of Postgraduate Studies to present the candidates who have satisfied the requirements of the status and regulations of the University of Science and Technology and who have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, to be awarded the postgraduate diploma in STEM education of the university.
The Vice Chancellor. and for whom I stand
you the degree of Masters of Science, Masters of Public Administration, Masters of Agribusiness, and Masters of Business Administration of Olusegun Agago University of Science and Technology. Go to the PhD.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's gratifying to note that we have a PhD candidate this year. All the candidates for the PhD for 2024-2025 academic session should stand and remain standing. The Vice Chancellor, sir, in the name of the School of Postgraduate Study and by the Senate, I have the honor to present to you these persons who have successfully completed his programs in the university. He is present and who, for good cause, is here, not absent. I think the candidate can please step forward. For the conferment of the degree of PhD in mathematical science, complex analysis. So, thank you.
I hereby confer upon you the degree of the Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, of Olusegun Agago University of Science and Technology. This is the first PhD of this university. He has broken record. That's a record for life. Yes. Thank you very much. Come on, take a handshake.
Archery, hallelujah.
Academic session. I will read out your names, and after the program, you will see me in the office with your details. Then you receive your cash award. The Vice Chancellor's Prize. The Vice Chancellor's Prize for the overall best graduating student, Wale Isaiah Agbola. Olugbo of Ugbo Kingdom Prize for the overall best graduating student, Wale Isaiah. Wale Isaiah Agbola. The Aboji of Ikaleland Prize for the overall best graduating student in geophysics, Ayomide Adewale Abiola. Mrs. Dorcas Oluwato Ibasan Memorial Prize for the overall best graduating female student, Dominion Oyindamola Akiwumi. Agagu Memorial Prize for the best overall graduating student, Wale Isaiah Agbola. School of Science Prize for the best graduating student in the School of Science, Omotere Oluwagbemileke Dasho. Olu of Ibokoda Kingdom Prize, student, Wale Isaiah Agbola. Department of Applied Geophysics Prize for the best graduating student in Applied Geophysics program, Ayomide Ajewale Abiola. Chief Osolo Adeyeye Memorial Prize for the best graduating student. Royal Highness Oba Frederick Bode Ayelomi Memorial Prize for the overall best graduating student, Wale Isaiah Agbola. Ahaba of Ajagba Kingdom Prize for the overall best graduating student, Wale Isaiah Agbola. And Olori Adoni Adeshayo Foundation Memorial Prize for overall best female graduating student, Dominion Oyidamola Akinwumi. I now invite the valedictory address, the valedictorian, Wale Isaiah Agbola, for the valedictory speech.
Due protocol observed. A speech delivered by Adola, the best graduating students for the 2024-2025 academic session of Olusegun Agagu, University of Science and Technology, Okitiupa, Ondo State, Nigeria, at the 9th Convocation of the University on Wednesday, 4th March 2026, in the University Auditorium. Your Excellency, Sir, Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa, the Executive Governor of Ondo State, and the visitor to Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology, Okitiupa, His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Ondo State, Dr. Olayide Adelami, the Honorable Speaker, Ondo State House of Assembly, Honorable Olamide Oladeji, the Chief Judge of Ondo State, Honorable Ayedun Oluwasegun Odunshola, the Secretary to the Governor of Ondo State, Dr. Taiwo Fashoranti, Member of Ondo State Executive Council, the Pro-Chancellor and the Chairman of Council to the University, Professor Akimbo Adesomoju, Member of the University Governing Council, Principal Officers of Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology, the Vice Chancellor, Rector, Provost of Institutions, Principal Officers of the institutions, Your Royal Majesties, my Lord Spiritual and Temporal, Executive Secretary, National University Commission, Professor Abdullahi Yusuf Ribadu, Executive Secretary, Tertiary Education Trust Fund, Test Fund, ARC Sony ST, Echono, OON, FNIA. The Commanding Officer of Nigerian Navy, Forward Operating Base, Captain AO Alemogwa, Commanding Officer, Nigeria Army 19th Battalion, Okitiupa, Major Elijah Murakinyo, Head of all paramilitary agencies, Distinguished Convocation Lecture Presenters, Dean of School, Directors of Institutes and Center, and Head of Departments, Member of Senate and Congregation, the University Community, distinguished guests, my dear graduates, parents, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed member of the university community, proud family and friends, and my fellow graduates. Today marks a momentous occasion in our lives, a combination of years of hard work, dedication, perseverance, As the best graduate student of the 2024-2025 academic session, I am honored to stand before you today representing my fellow graduates. As Nelson Mandela once said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Today, we stand tall, having risen above the challenges that we have faced. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to our Vice Chancellor, Professor Temi Emmanuel Ologun-Orisha, for creating an environment that fosters academic excellence and innovation. Your leadership has been instrumental in shaping our university vision and mission. Today is not merely a ceremony, it is a celebration of discipline, resilience, and possibility. When I began my journey in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering some years back, School of Engineering and Engineering Technology, I committed myself to understanding my course deeply by reading ahead, working smart, sharing knowledge with my colleagues. Excellence, I discovered, is not sudden achievement, but a daily decision. As Aristotle reminds us, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. And it was this truth that guided me my years here. Although there were demanding moments, especially in my 300 level, when the pressure was real and the expectations were high, yet through discipline, resilience, and the guidance of dedicated lecturers, I learned that consistency will always outlast difficulty. I am profoundly grateful to the School of Engineering and Engineering Technology for the opportunity given to me, to the Dean, Engineer Professor Isaac O. Olaniyan. Thank you for your outstanding leadership over the years. One unique strength of the school under your leadership is that the course's curriculum and the practical sessions are aligned with the current global realities. This commitment to relevance is what has continued to produce the excellence we are witnessing today. And to my department, who made me Electrical and Electronics Engineering under the leadership my sincere appreciations and the HOD Mechanical Engineering, Engineer Professor Stephen A. Anjorin, and the distinguished lecturers and academic, non-academic staff of the entire school. Thank you for your support, guidance, and for making us proud to stand here today. This institution corrected my earlier misconception that deep practical engagement exists only in technical universities. The practical exposures and intellectual rigor here have been exceptional over the years. They shape not only my knowledge, but also my confidence as a young professional and an aspiring engineer preparing to solve real-world problems. It is very important to sincerely appreciate the government of Ondo State for continually supporting the university. Over the years, the growth and the noticeable improvements across the institutions have been evident, not just in infrastructure, but also in academic standards and institutional vision. This changing, we as students have witnessed firsthand. I do not merely hope for the future of this university and the School of Engineering and Engineering Technology. I believe in it. I believe it will continue its upward trajectory by producing competent professionals who will compete confidently on the global stage. The foundation is strong, the standard are rising, and the results are already evident. Standing here today, I, Agbolawale Isaiah, I am proud to be a product of this great institution. To my parents, thank you for your sacrifices and unwavering support. To my colleagues and friends, rubbing mind with you shaped me intellectually. Know that there's no ice. To my fellow graduates, regardless of our classes of degree, we cannot go out and make a name for ourselves. Let us always remain a good ambassador of this great institution, the state, and the nation at large. Let us carry forward the discipline that brought us here. One day, I will see you all at the top. Thank you and congratulations to Oaustech class of 2024. Swagger. Go. Go.
Ìbà 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 ìrẹ̀lẹ̀.
Three.
Ìbà 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 ìrẹ̀lẹ̀. Bí mo mọ́kọ́rọ́ kó máa júbà onílàlẹ̀. Ìbà 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 ìrẹ̀lẹ̀.
Ìbà 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 ìrẹ̀lẹ̀.
Ìbà 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 ìrẹ̀lẹ̀. Bí mo mọ́kọ́rọ́ kó máa júbà onílàlẹ̀. Ìbà 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 ìrẹ̀lẹ̀. Ìbà 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 ìrẹ̀lẹ̀. Ìbà 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 ìrẹ̀lẹ̀. Bí mo mọ́kọ́rọ́ kó máa júbà onílàlẹ̀. Ìbà 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 ìrẹ̀lẹ̀.
Ìbà 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 ìrẹ̀lẹ̀. Kó máa júbà ó. Ìbà ìbà
Ìbà ìbà ìbà ìrẹ̀lẹ̀. Ìbà 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 ìrẹ̀lẹ̀. Bí mo mọ́kọ́rọ́ kó máa júbà onílàlẹ̀. Ìbà 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 ìrẹ̀lẹ̀.
The Vice Chancellor, sir,
ìbà ìbà ìbà
only permit me to recognize Honorable Ololade Beguji, Deputy Speaker on the State House of Assembly. You are recognized, sir. Also, I want to recognize Honorable Chris Ayebusua, Chairman, House Committee on Tertiary Education. You are welcome, sir. Representing the Speaker, the Vice Chancellor, sir, and from visitor, His Excellency Governor Lucky Orimisun Aiyedatiwa, to deliver his house.
How I see this. Let me start by delivering this gathering the greetings from Governor His Excellency Dr. Lucky Orimisun Aiyedatiwa, all state assignments that took him away. He has asked me to stand in for him at this occasion, and I hope I will do just to the mandate given today and to recognize the Deputy Speaker, the Honorable Speaker of Ondo State House of Assembly, ably represented by my brother, the Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Ololade Begudu. I welcome you with respect to this important occasion. Permit me to also recognize another amiable brother of mine who is also present here, the head of service, Mr. Bayo Phillips. I welcome you and I respect your being here today. I would like to recognize our father also, Professor Ajibe Fun, Honorable Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, a man who is doing wonderfully well under the leadership of Mr. Governor. I recognize you and I welcome you to this important occasion. I'd like to recognize also another brother of mine, the Chairman, House Committee on Tertiary Education, Honorable Chris Ayebusua. I recognize you and I welcome you to this important ceremony. Let me also recognize the chairman and members of the Governing Council of this Citadel of Learning. I'd like to use my uncle and predecessor in office, that is former Chief of Staff to one-time governor of Ondo State, my brother, Mr. Folusho Aminu. I use you as a point of contact to all the governor council members of this institution. I'd like to also recognize another amiable man who has demonstrated that it takes courage and resilience to succeed in an academic environment of this nature. I'm talking of no other person than the Vice Chancellor of this institution, Professor Temi Ologun-Orisha. The Vice Chancellor, we thank you for what you are doing. I'm informing you that Mr. Governor appreciates your contributions to the growth and the development of this university. Well said, you will soon proceed on retirement, that this is going to be your last convocation. We are going to miss you for your Midas touch that you have brought to this city. We rejoice with you today because it's a thing of joy that another set of graduates are convocating today under your leadership. I also recognize members of the Senate who are here. I recognize all of you, and I commend you for what you are doing. You, and I welcome you. Yeah, my brother, I recognize you. Let me recognize the pro-chancellor of this institution, who is ably represented here today. I'm talking of a respected and respectable Oba in this environment, His Imperial Majesty, Oba Dr. Frederick Enitioloroda Akinruntan, the Olugbo of Ugboland. I recognize you and I welcome you. Let me specially recognize all our KBCs that are here present. We appreciate you. We know that you turn out in your very large numbers, and you will permit me, because of time, to use some of the KBCs to greet all of you that are here seated. I want to use His Imperial Majesty Oba Fadile the Abode of Ikale land. I greet you, our father, and I use you as a point of contact to all the KBCs. Let me also use His Royal Majesty Oba Tuga Adeoye, the Jegun of Idekpe. I also use you as a point of contact to all the KBCs. Permit me to also use another respectable and respected father, His Royal Majesty Oba Akinyelure Olorunshola, the Odogbo of Ome. I cannot leave that domain without recognizing my own father, who is here today, Oba Dr. Phillips Kalejaye Olatunji Ako II, the Odogbo. I recognize you, my father, and I welcome you to this important occasion. I must also recognize you can make a first-class degree in this institution, you must have passed through the crucible of fire. So I congratulate also all the first-class students, and I want to also congratulate the man who has laid a precedent here today, the first PhD graduate from this institution. I recognize you and I congratulate you on behalf of Mr. Governor. I am here on behalf of His Excellency, the Governor of Ondo State. Sorry, I cannot proceed without recognizing my sister, Dr. Ilawole Bailo, who is standing in for a foundation that has done so much for this institution. I've been and that one hostel building will be commissioned today by Mr. Governor. Let me go ahead to thank God Almighty for the great opportunity to be here today. As a matter of fact, the governor wanted to come personally, but situations arose that took him out of the state. So he has asked me to represent him today. I've noticed in the presentation, the address of the Vice Chancellor, that he has been able, together with his team in the institution, they have been able to achieve several milestones in the university, starting with increase in the number of faculties, increase in the number of students. You said you now have 12,000. You have also been able to introduce new programs, and as of to all programs of the institution are fully accredited. And beyond that, you have also been able to produce the first PhD graduate from this institution. These are landmarks that will live after you, grace of God. Okay. Okay. Yes, I'm still going there. And you have also been able to demonstrate to us here that you have been able to achieve a very great feat in the area of research and technology. And one of you has been able to come up with a herbal drug, let me call it herbal drug, and you have said openly that it has been tested by the KBCs and some other eminent citizens of this state, and they have commended that the working of the drug also. What the VC did not tell us is that whether he too has used it or not, we don't know. But the one given to me today, I know it's not for me because I'm representing my boss here. I will specially hand it over to Mr. Governor when I return to the office. So maybe by the time I'm going, because we're also doing some advert for you today, you have to give us our own free donation. Then you have also been able to inform us that you are not owing a dime to your staff as salaries. This is commendable. And I want to thank the governor, who is also ensuring the internal initiatives for you to raise funds for the university. We have to appreciate the governor also, who is releasing funds for the university. And he also said that you have been able to also pay gratuities to this is also commendable. You didn't stop at that. You also realized some challenges that are having in this institution. I can inform you that Mr. Governor is very familiar with the challenges of this institution. And together with his team in the Ministry of Education, we are all working hard to ensure that these challenges are a thing of the past. I can assure you that Mr. Governor is working on all these challenges, because for him, he wants the best for this institution. And by the grace of God, all these things are achievable. I will now go ahead to present the address handed over to me by Mr. Governor to be delivered at this ceremony. It's not working. Okay. I am delighted to be part of this momentous occasion, the 9th convocation ceremonies of this great institution. Let me quickly commend the Vice Chancellor and the entire university community for the outstanding progress made in the midst of challenges arising from rising costs, increasing demands for better welfare for staff, and the surge in student enrollment. I am impressed by the leadership provided by the Vice Chancellor of this institute, Professor Ologbori, in navigating these challenges and ensuring that the university continues to thrive. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to that our EASE agenda, which emphasizes education, security, agriculture, entrepreneurship, and infrastructure development, is a testament to our commitment to building a better Ondo State. I'm pleased to notice that Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology Okitupa is aligning with this vision, particularly in the areas of education and entrepreneurship. I commend the Vice Chancellor for supporting innovative, including BSc in cybersecurity, BSc Marine Science, and BSc Meteorology, as well as higher degrees in engineering and technology. This program will undoubtedly contribute to the development of our state and country. It also gladdens my heart to know that today, Oaustech conferring its of PhD degree at this ceremony, following the award of Master of Science degrees at the last convocation. It is important to reiterate that our administration will complete all the outstanding uncompleted projects by Oaustech, including the science building, ICT building, and road projects started by the last administration. We also owe it a duty to leverage on NDDC to complete the building of hostels started in the university. This project will further enhance the learning environment and contribute to the overall development of the university. As we move forward, I assure you of our support to the university, bridging the gap between town and gown relationships. By working together, we can tap into the vast potential of the blue economy and ensure the smooth sailing of our state. Similarly, let me assure the people of Ondo South Senatorial District that we will support medical education in the district. We will upgrade the facilities at or Igbokoda to meet the needs of our students and contribute to the development of healthcare system. I'd like to especially appreciate all the KBCs that are here to add color to this ceremony. You have been very supportive to the administration of Mr. Governor, and wherever Mr. Governor had the benefit of meeting you, he has always been eulogizing you, and he's been thanking you. We look forward to more collaboration, more support, and more cooperation with the state government. To the graduates, I congratulate you on this remarkable achievement. As you leave these hallowed halls, you carry with you the knowledge, skills, and values that will enable you to make meaningful contributions to the society. I charge you to be good ambassadors of our university, to uphold its value, and to strive for excellence in all that you do after now. Thank you. God bless Olusegun Agagu University of Science and Technology, Okitupa, and God bless Ondo State. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much for listening.
Uye uye ọ̀rọ̀ kan màdé òtọ́ bá kò í mọ́.
Uye uye ọ̀rọ̀ kan màdé òtọ́ bá kò í mọ́.
Uye uye ọ̀rọ̀ kan màdé òtọ́ bá kò í mọ́.
Uye uye ọ̀rọ̀ kan màdé òtọ́ bá kò í mọ́.
Uye uye ọ̀rọ̀ kan màdé òtọ́ bá kò í mọ́.
Uye uye ọ̀rọ̀ kan màdé òtọ́ bá kò í mọ́.
Uye uye ọ̀rọ̀ kan màdé òtọ́ bá kò í mọ́.
Uye uye
The Vice Chancellor.
ọ̀rọ̀ kan màdé òtọ́ bá kò í mọ́.
Kábíyè.
I now have the pleasure to request you to declare this convocation closed.
I hereby declare this convocation closed.
The item reverse order, please.
Societal development.
Governor Lucky Orimiso Ayedatiwa, who is ably represented by the Chief of Staff.
bóyá torí banjo sọ pé wàṣòwò wájèrè wájèrè ohun tí ó bá fọwọ́ rẹ̀ ṣe. adébísí mi banjo tiwantiwa executive chairman ìkòròdú náà ti pátápátá àwọn kan fọláṣadé mi àdùfẹ́ banjo wàṣòwò wájèrè. wájèrè ohun tí ó bá fọwọ́ rẹ̀ ṣe. ṣàṣà ìdáwó ló lè ṣàfihàdúrà yẹn. ṣàṣà ìdáwó ló lè ṣàfihàdúrà yẹn. banjo tiwa. wọ́n ní tiẹ̀ ó ṣàmìàdúrà ó ti tó àdúrà. ó ṣàmìàdúrà ó ti tó àdúrà. èrè lọ́mọ ọlọ́jà jẹun tó bá dalẹ̀. èrè lóbìnrin jẹ́ lábọ́ ọjà. wájèrè 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 ohun tí ó bá fọwọ́ rẹ̀ ṣe. wájèrè o. ẹ bá mi fi ayọ̀mídé mi Táíwò aláṣẹ Dakosa Autos nìbàdàn yìí ọkọ̀ búkì bèbí aláṣẹ sinmi bí mẹ́kọ́lá ìbàdàn ló wà òwe pàrọ̀ àjẹwálé èmi ó yí olúwa ọba rere tó ń ṣìkẹ́ mi. Dakosa ọkọ̀ sinmi bí ó ní wípé èmi ó yí olúwa ọba rere tó ń ṣìkẹ́ mi.
We appreciate you all for coming to grace this occasion. Thank you very much. God bless you.
báwo ló ṣe máa jóná.